It is our day. Grab something to drink and let's find out what the cards have for you for this week. If you would be interested in booking a reading, you can do so by emailing me at rubybeadstarot@hotmail.com. All energy brought here is energy that is returned tenfold likewise. If you wish to receive the benefits of the message, you have got to be subscribed. You've got to hit the thumbs up button. We are getting very much into this Gemini season energy. On the 14th is this new moon in Gemini, which for you is quite important because it's a sister sign, fellow Mercurial like yourself. The energy isn't too different, too far off Virgo energy. It is, I think, the dark side of the moon, maybe. If you would take this new moon as a kind of beginning, if you wish to set out for new projects, there's a newness to it. There's a spontaneity to this new moon in particular. And with Venus now moving into the sign of Leo, as well as Jupiter moving into the sign of Leo also, there is very much this hunter energy. And Virgo, Leo being the sign before yours, it's not too long after that a lot of these signs. This for you, that necessary period of time where you get this opportunity to build your confidence, to work on things that make you feel more secure, that make you feel more charismatic, that make you feel more charming, that make you feel more capable to go out and hunt and gather and collect all of the things that you need to make your dreams come true, Virgo. It's a really good energy, and it's a really good new moon for you to really almost be predatory about what it is that you want to happen in your life to make your dreams come true. So what I will strongly, really strongly recommend for this new moon, for you in particular, is for you to get as organized about what it is you wish the rest of the 6 months of this year to be about for you. You have an analytical mind, you have an analytical brain, and the way things are presented to you can make it or break it. For me personally, I love writing everything out. I love having lists, I love having checklists, I love having things written up any and everywhere. Now that we're in this season, Mercury heavy, of a lot of information, it would really serve you to have reminders of all of the things that you know that come through to you in the crown chakra, things that you know that you want to make part of your life. And the best and easiest way to start by doing them is, like I've just said, to write them out somewhere so that they're in your vision, they're part of your conscious, not only sat in your subconscious, Virgo. So the more you're willing to familiarize yourself with the things that you're being asked to channel into with this new moon energy, you're gonna have to almost be very brave about how you are willing to think about how much you deserve and how much you want to make of the rest of these 6 months that we have of 2026. This year has been the year of the fire horse, and it has encouraged a lot of fast-paced forward movement. For a lot of you Virgos, this pace would have been really quite comfortable after Jupiter had been sat in a sign of fixed Taurus energy, which may have really wanted you to really think about how you earn your money. Now that the energy has moved into Gemini, the pace is a lot more comfortable for you, Virgo, and I feel like a lot of you will be figuring out for yourself how the less of your circuits that are blocked, and I mean that in a way of your energetic circuits. For example, if there are no traumas, or if there is nothing physically in your environment kind of keeping you stuck and bound, like in a certain vibrational energy, the more you're willing to really run with it, the more you're really willing to go with what you are being presented with during this time of Venus in Leo, where it is really telling you to take more authority charge. Think of the Strength card. It's the Virgo taming the beast. This energy is very much like that, Virgo. It's your analytical ability to overcome parts of you that are maybe fragmented, and what it is that you can do to truly use this hunter apex focus, really intense focus energy to go about hunting and gathering and obtaining all of the things that give you the power after having achieved. Now, achievement is one of those energies that it is such a powerful magnet, especially if you're someone who likes to actively manifest. If you are in that phase of your life where you are literally focused on what it is that you can achieve. Now, achievements can be anything. You could try and achieve a certain amount of money in the bank account by the end of the year. You could try and achieve, you know, getting pregnant. You can try and achieve buying a home. Whatever it is for you right now, with this new moon, with this Venus and Leo energy, if I cannot stress it enough, if you are willing to really step outside of the comfort zone and actually look at what you want as something that you can go out and have, you will set yourself up for a really good way of going about mentally preparing for obtaining these things. Now, Virgo, let's get into your reading for the week, Virgo, and then we'll go Virgo and Virgo by Virgo and sign. We'll do that at the end of the reading with the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. I hope everyone is doing amazingly. Remember, you've got to hit the thumbs up button to receive the benefits of the message. If you want to book a reading, email me rubyreadstarot@hotmail.com. All right, Virgo, what do you need to know for the week? What do you need to know for this new moon in the sign of Gemini? And for this Venus transit in the sign of Leo, Virgo, what do you need me to tell you? That was a big lump. I'm not taking those. This came up for you yesterday. This is Ascension. That's the Ten of Swords. Now, if you are to look at it face value, it looks really quite grim. But I feel like it's a metaphoric reflection. Virgo, I feel like you may have been going through a phase of time where they really may have been coming for you. And it seems as if there was a need for a certain level of closing out a certain chapter, a cycle where, Virgo, you may have played the game in a way that you ended up getting hurt. Now, Virgo, what this Ten of Swords really says to me, that there needs to be a new dawn. There's a certain phase, there's a certain level of living that you can't go back to. When a cycle closes out, there is the inevitable change that comes with it. There is a new dawn on this particular phase of life where, realistically speaking, there can't be any more betrayal. You've already been through this. There's already been enough hooks that have drained you, Virgo. And I'm going to sit with this card because I really feel like we need to understand how this Ten of Swords really is more of an awakening than anything else. There is an inevitable level of ascension that goes with the Ten of Swords, which is saying, listen, there's no more room for betrayal because there's no more space for swords in that back. Each one of those swords is a hook. Each hook is a drain. Each drain is siphoning you of your energy. There is somewhere, Virgo, that you've grown out of. A certain space, a certain phase, a certain period in your life that you know that the dawn has already come up on that, and there is absolutely no way that you can go back to a certain way of being, living, a certain job, a certain relationship, a certain phase, a certain part of you, a certain way of doing things, Virgo. There's no going back to this. And if you will gracefully allow yourself the ascension that's trying to take place in your life right now, you really will be very willing to sacrifice parts of yourself that may have allowed yourself to be hooked into and drained. And there is a level of innocence and naivety to Virgo, which goes without saying. It represents the virgin, the maiden. But Virgo, where is it that you draw the line on certain experiences that you know only lead to one thing? You are not the sacrificial lamb. You are not here to be tapped into, drained, and hooked, and siphoned, and used. That's not who you are. Okay? The light bearer has a purpose. The virgin has a purpose. It's purity, it's ascension, and it is being the light in the darkness. Now, somewhere, those hooks that were tapped into you, those drains, really wanted to lead you into a period of darkness. But there's something about the natural process of time taking its toll and doing its thing. The dawn has already come up on that phase of your life where you may have willingly allowed yourself to be drained and hooked and tapped into. I really don't need to get into any more cards, Virgo, until this is understood. There can't be a situation where others are benefiting off of you and you are being left in deficit. And that is why I say, anybody who's here, unless you have hit that like button, all of the benefits of this message slip through your fingers. Because you know what? There are certain rules and certain regulations that life has to be about, because there has been way too much stupid fuck shit that has been allowed to carry on, that has been allowed to go on. And you know what it's done? It's literally depleted you. Now, if you are someone who resonates with this message, if you are someone who has been deeply depleted, if you have been backstabbed, if you have been betrayed, if you have been hooked into and had your energy siphoned, if it is not now, if it's not screaming at you with this new moon right now, that this is not the time that you play the sacrificial lamb, it's your own light that is coming through, that is telling you, hey, there's a new dawn. There be a complete X on all the hooks, all the siphons, all the drains. You can't be the one that everyone taps into and charges up from, because what has that led you to other than burnout? I'm not even moving on with any more cards until this is so heavily ingrained in everybody who's here's psyche. You cannot be the sacrificial lamb anymore. Anyone who now attempts to tap into you, hook into you, siphon your energy is playing a really dangerous game. Because once a person knows how to protect themselves after this Ten of Swords, all hell breaks loose on the energy vampires that think that they can freeload and feed off of certain people. This is the empath gone dark. And I don't know who I'm channeling right now, but whoever you are, please know that it is your responsibility now to arise, almost like rising from the dead, knowing that there is no way that the previous plugs that you were hooked into can go forward into this ascension that's taking place in your life right now. Now, this new moon, both times that I've pulled the energy for your card, for you, both times that I've pulled the energy for you, this Ten of Swords has come up. Brianna, welcome, my love. This has come through for you. And I cannot stress it enough. You cannot be who you were, because once an ascension takes place, once a moving on takes place, once an upward rising takes place, there's no route back to the way things were. And you know what, Virgo? Be so grateful. Be so grateful that this happened, because look what it led you to. It led you to the truth of partnerships. It led you to the truth of love. It led you to the right person that you're supposed to be with. And you know what happens when you're in the wrong kind of relationships? People into you, they will drain you and they will leave you dead. They will leave you high so quickly with absolutely nothing left to you. But you know what? The minute you are willing to put a full stop to any people, places, things that may have tapped into you. Now, this is not as if you don't know. This is not as if you don't already know the lesson, Virgo. If you are willing to, if you are absolutely ready to ascend, if you are willing to rise, Virgo, this is what you step into. Now, I'm so glad that I took my time with that first card, because realistically speaking, we're there to go after this. The only way is up. There is a cup, a heart, a being, a person, a counterpart, an equally yoked counterpart who is present. There's no doubt about this energy. There's no doubt about this person. There is no question of their intentions. They are present. And one thing I love about the person who is broad enough, big enough, grown enough to be present in a Virgo's life, that consistency always results in Virgo showing up in a way that is true to Virgo. So now, Virgo, you've got a decision to make. You're out here on your own, taking it all on in your stride, being completely depleted and burnt out, or you're willing to embrace this energy that is now very much present in your life. This other cup that is very much present in your life. You get to be the very best of you. And you know what happens when you're with the right people? You know what happens when you're not with those anxiously attached, in and out, freeloading energy vampires that literally deplete you and leave you high and dry? Do you know what happens, Virgo? You, knowing you're supported, create the very best of you. You are that pentacle. You get to be you. Receive how you're supposed to receive. And do. There are certain chapters closing out, and a massive part of your identity has to go with closing out that chapter, closing out that cycle. The very moment you're actually willing to appreciate that you're now given the security and the space with this Gemini new moon. This is what this Gemini new moon represents for you, Virgo. Sheer abundance. You've got to have hit the like button. You've got to hit the subscribe button to receive these messages. Imagine, Virgo, the kind of support that you've needed to feel safe. The kind of support that you've needed to pick you up from rock bottom where they left you, Virgo. The kind of support that you've needed. You know, the kind that's intellectually 100% present. Good morning, Jose. This new moon for you, Virgo, is giving you an cutthroat intellectual edge, and you're not taking any prisoners. There's a fierceness to your energy and an intellectual edge, an intellectual prowess that's almost giving you this predatory Leo-esque going in for the kill. Virgo, the kind of support that you've needed will present itself to you. You have to be in control of your magic. Now, if there are 1001 drains, hooks, and siphons plugged into you that can literally pull it out of you anytime they want to, how sovereign are you? Now, what I'm looking at here is pure sovereignty. So you've really got to decide for yourself, what exactly, energetically speaking, are you not letting go of? Because the dawn has already come up on this bullshit. And you're doing to protect yourself now. Because let's be honest, they may have really come for you. They may have really seen that light of yours and it made them feel sick because they're so dark and full of darkness within themselves. Imagine being 100% supported throughout you getting your light back. Imagine being supported in such a way that it's turned you into a cutthroat savage that is Virgo. This new moon is bringing about an astute edge of intellectuality that is bringing about concepts for you to open up containers that you may have placed yourself in subconsciously or consciously, very consciously. Victim mentality of the past has got to be replaced with the absolute intellectual predator that you are being invited to become, knowing that you are now being given the opportunity to be yourself, fully supported. Virgo being the card of the hermit, being the card of wisdom, of solitude, of higher spiritual understanding, a lot of you can struggle with the idea of the permanence of someone else being there. And I want to say, if you are to give yourself a moment this new moon to tap out for a moment and get still enough, and I think maybe alone enough to kind of look at where it is that you might need to take a break for long enough to kind of look at any patterns that may be showing up in your life. I feel like this energy for you in particular, Virgo, is going to be a time of great synchronicity. And if you wish to, Virgo, if you wish to, use your energy in a way where you're channeling into the highest version of yourself, not being tapped, tuned into, plugged into, tapped into, no. Disconnected. Fully disconnected, Virgo. If you allow yourself some time over the period of this new moon to fully disconnect and really look and see at the repetitive patterns that may be taking place in your life right now, setting yourself free from a Ten of Swords situation, which is really saying, hey, listen, it's not even a decision anymore. It's now time to close a chapter on certain things. And you know what? It might be a little bit exhausting, but if you're willing to do it, you get the opportunity to assert yourself in a direction which is full of way more abundance and way more support than previously has been. This new moon, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra energy. And I feel like, Virgo, this is giving you that cutthroat edge that may be an energy strong enough to protect you from letting others use you. Ace of Swords and the Three of Cups. Virgo, I feel like you're going to be very in your crown chakra over the period of this new moon. I feel like there's going to be a lot of active intellectual energy that is taking place in your crown chakra, and it is really forcing you to maybe cut out or be the voice of reason when it comes to social connections, social networks, certain relationships that you've got in your life, certain partnerships. I want to say that you're going to be mighty victorious when it comes to your networking, your relationships, your coven. But Virgo, there is this need for you to be the truth. There is this need for you to be the voice of reason. And there is this need for you to cut off bullshit anywhere and everywhere you see it. Because the objective of this new moon is to be very aware of where you've been plugged into, drained, and siphoned, Virgo. And what it is that you know that you need, which is rest, to open up this new portal. And that's exactly what this new moon is. It's a portal of, if you are willing to take a really good look at what you can do to open up new portals for yourself. Okay? And I think if you can, Virgo, be open to the possibility of opening new doors for yourself, or at least walking through the new doors that are opening for you. Then, Virgo, you will find that not only is this new moon an invitation for you to open up new doors and walk through them. But Virgo, there is a certain moving on. There is 100% a certain moving on from certain situations that you know you've outgrown. And what's really nice about the World card is that there is somewhere here where you can take the lessons learned, understand what's precious and what really isn't worth the effort, and move forward in a way, Virgo, that you don't really need to look back. You really don't need to look back. And so this new moon is really saying to you, there are partnerships that are really inviting you to be your abundant self. Very much be the voice of reason when it comes to networking, people you need to cut off, and those that you really do need to celebrate that are in your life. Virgo, this new moon opens up a portal for you, and you're invited to take the intellectual lessons that you've learned up until now and move strictly forward. There's no looking back. And Virgo, this new moon will absolutely present you with a decision that you've got to make about how serious you are about changing phases in your life. And Virgo, a lot of this might have to do with the doors that you're now being invited to walk through. The new doors that are being opened up for you, whilst certain cyclical loops of being drained and stabbed in the back are things of the past. They cannot work forward for you, nor can you go back to them. You have a decision to make about toxic relationships that leave you poorer than when you start them. You have a decision to make about toxic relationships, toxic bonds. This could be jobs, this could be business partners, this could be neighbors, this could be anything. It can, whatever it resonates to right now. You have a decision to make about how the toxicity of things that you've already experienced in the past are literally set out to keep you on this Five of Pentacles place. Now, Virgo, don't let a motherfucker project this Five of Pentacles onto your life. Don't give them the authority to speak over you like that, because we both know that that's where they are. And that's probably where they will always be, in this Five of Pentacles kind of place. Never quite actually achieving anything, because the toxicity that they're bringing into your life is very much a deliberate attempt to keep you stuck. When you get into these relationships with these fake lovers, these fake friends, this fake toxic shit, you're really being asked to be the voice of reason about where you can kick a door open to get. And the clearest way to identify, if you don't already know a toxic relationship, is where are you feeling in deficit for being in this relationship? Are you losing your looks? Are you losing your money? Are you gaining weight? Are you being unhappy majority of the time? What is your inner voice telling you? Are you willing to listen? Or are you willing to yourself further by dragging on the Ten of Swords when you really know that you just need to sleep on it? Toxic relationships that drain you. Toxic relationships with people that project poverty and shit onto you. What kind of lamb are you out here trying to be? Fake loyalty to people that are not even really people that you can call friends. When do you stop with that? If you are in a relationship with someone who's putting you down, who's ignoring you, who's making you feel like a piece of shit, why are you there? What are you doing there? How is that person that you're gonna allow them to talk to you in a way that makes you feel less than? Do you know what that does? That drains you. It drains you of your looks, drains you of your bank account, drains you of all of the wonderful things that you've got going for you. And so now you've got this decision to make. Are you, with this new moon, with this Venus and Leo energy, are you available for being drained and being put in a place where Five of Pentacles is being projected on you by some piece of shit who's never going to make it beyond the Five of Pentacles? That's the energy that they're in. That's the energy they're going to stay in. And you've got a decision to make about whether or not your energy is available to be mingling in that toxic bullshit. We started the reading with a very clear instruction. There's no going back. This is ascension only. And it would serve you to really take a rest on all of that fake bullshit, on all of those fake friends, on all of those fake relationships. It would behoove you to take a step away just so that you can really come back to the truth of certain supportive networks, friendships, connections, and relationships, and you can actually thrive in them. New doors are opening for you, Virgo. This new moon is a portal, and for a lot of you here, I believe you're going to do the right thing and literally go through these portals that are opening up for you, that are leading you to a more supported place, not a hooked and drained, tapped into place. Close out the chapters and the cycles of things, of lessons that you know previously haven't worked. There is nothing else that I can say about that. That's the message that I have for you, Virgo, collectively. Let's get into Virgo and each sign. Let's give the cards a good shuffle first. All right, Virgo and Aries. Remember, if you'd like to book a reading, you can email me rubyreadstarot@hotmail.com. All right, Virgo and Aries. Those really wanted to come out. Okay, Virgo and Aries. There is a message, Virgo, coming in from an Aries really, really quickly. And I don't think you can deny when I say quickly, this Aries is coming in like a raging beast. And he's bringing a lot of money with him. There is money in this situation, a lot of money to be had, a lot of money to be made. It's abundant. It's an opportunity for you to go back to who you are. Virgo, expect communication really, really quickly with you and this Virgo. Virgo, expect communication to be coming through consistently and quickly from this Aries. They are racing towards you because they see your worth and value, and they know that you hold the truth. So there is somewhere here, Virgo, where this Aries will be coming through with a lot to say. There is, however, religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Okay. So that is Virgo and Aries. Let's go into Virgo and Taurus. Hi everyone. I hope you guys are doing really good. Virgo and Taurus. Virgo and Taurus. What does Virgo need to know about this Taurus? I hope everyone's doing amazingly. Virgo and Taurus. I'm going to take this one. I'm not going to take these ones because they came out in a clump. That is the Four of Wands. How sweet. Virgo and Taurus, there is a partnership, a very special partnership that's here on the table. The cards are saying that this is a worth waiting for connection. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Virgo and Taurus, I feel like the two of you are heading towards the altar. I feel like there is a partnership that's taking place here that's really worth waiting for. I feel like this is a blessed connection. I feel like this is something that is going to be successful in the long run. And so Virgo and Taurus, I do say that this is a blessed counterpart. Marriage, partnership, longevity, and successful relationships are on the cards. So if you're willing to work together in a good way, I think this relationship will really be beneficial and lucrative for everyone involved. Okay, Virgo and Gemini. King of Cups. Virgo and Gemini. Okay, this new moon for the pair of you really is such an emotional point of connection. The two of you are connecting in this emotionally intellectual way, and let's be honest, Virgo and Gemini, there are times where the pair of you really operate from a place of ego. Right now, there is this calmness, this emotional intelligence that the both of you are operating from, and it's serving you really, really well because you're both kind of riding the waves together. And Virgo, I feel like this Gemini is showing up for you in a way that's really emotionally secure and really emotionally present. Don't let bad times ruin good relationships, Virgo, especially when it comes to this Gemini. I feel like if you can both be there for each other, it's a really good thing, because Virgo and Gemini relationships, I know there's way too much mercurial ego involved in them, but this time I feel like to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. There's something here about you and Gemini really being in this place of emotional playfulness, safety. You're providing safety for each other, which is a beautiful thing. I like that. Morning for you, Morana. Okay, so Cancer. I said that and this came screaming out. Virgo and Cancer, there is somewhere where you need to take a break. There is somewhere where the two of you need to literally actively take a pause, maybe take some time out for yourself, and maybe see where it is that you can use your mind, use your brain, and just really look over all of the patterns that are taking place in the situation right now. Virgo and Cancer, we do this every single week. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life and forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. You guys might have to sit it out for this new moon, Virgo and Cancer. I feel like the energy just isn't clicking, and I feel like you would really benefit from literally freeing yourself from the limitations of this relationship. Virgo, you've got to take a step back and you've really got to forgive this person, and you've really got to learn from this situation, okay? You have to look at the repetitive patterns. It's clear as stained glass window in front of you. Look at where it is, Virgo, that you need to take a time out, especially when it comes to this relationship, because freeing yourself and taking control back of your life has to be the most important thing here, especially if you're being told to just take a break. Virgo and Leo. Virgo and Leo. For Gemini new moon, what message do you need, Virgo and Leo? Virgo and Leo. I'm not going to take leaves. Virgo and Leo. What do you need to know for this Gemini new moon? That's the moon card. This new moon is going to illuminate certain things that may have been hidden in the past. This new moon is going to bring about things that needed to come up. This new moon is going to really look at what it is that you both may have been hiding from each other, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this situation going, to keep this relationship going even. Okay, there's certain things that have been hidden in the relationship, and a lot of that has to do with where the attraction isn't best placed and how there really isn't enough chemistry to keep the relationship going. if you love each other, if you want to make the relationship work, it's a time of uncovering what's been hidden, and it's a time of making yourself more attractive and making yourself more interesting. If you're not really interested in this relationship going any further, I think now might be a really good time to understand for yourself the bits of the relationship that might not necessarily be working for you. Virgo and Leo. All right, Virgo and Virgo. What do you need me to tell you, Virgo and Virgo? The Knight of Pentacles. Virgo and Virgo, I feel like someone is bringing forward a serious offer. I feel like someone is bringing forward, could be keys to a brand new apartment, could be a wedding ring, could be something substantial. There are, however, religious factors. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Virgo, this has come up for you twice now, and I feel like a lot of you are through this spiritual ascension, and a lot of people really are not catching up. One thing I love about a Virgo mind is that it is so vast, it's so intellectual, it's about 1,000 miles a minute. You guys can cover concepts, things and thoughts that a lot of people can't even tap into. You might be connecting with people that aren't necessarily up to the same pace or up to the same speed as you, and if you can make it work regardless, fantastic. But if you can find someone who you know is at your same pace and speed, maybe that's better for you. I don't know. What do you think? Virgo and Libra. I'm not going to take that one. We're going to shuffle properly, please. Virgo and Libra. One card for Virgo and Libra, please. What does Virgo need to know in regards to this Libra? Virgo and Libra. What do you need me to tell you, Libra, Virgo, in regards to the Libra? Okay, both of you have been put through it. You've had to build, you've had to put this barrier. I mean, like, it's like creating a home, isn't it? The Nine of Wands really is that energy of like gathering. And there is this element of suffering in the process of it because it's not easy. There is somewhere here where Virgo, the two of you have really worked together to achieve. And Virgo, if you are beginning to feel a little bit isolated in the relationship, please don't use your creature comforts to create a barrier between you and this person. I would strongly suggest that the pair of you work together, communicate together, really see what it is that you know that you need to feel or have in your life to feel less like it's so much work. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's almost as if you're coming to the end of a certain cycle of having to suffer to get things to be in the right place. Do you know what I mean? And now it's almost like healing family issues and paying attention to the red flags, the signs are cautioning you. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So Virgo, I feel like this new moon for you and this Libra really is about where it is that you might be isolating yourself from this person, and where it is that you might need to pay attention to the signs that are cautioning you, that are showing up as red flags, as well as where it is that you would really benefit from healing certain things that happened within you, your family, your growing up phases, your, you know, all of this kind of stuff. All right, let's go for Scorpio. Scorpio and Virgo. Virgo, what do you need to know about this Scorpio? The Sun. There is a reunion, there is a revival, there is a coming together, there is a riding off into the sunset together. Virgo, you and the Scorpio are making a comeback, and it's happening in a very beautiful way. Look at how all of these cards were jumping out. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Playfulness to recapture romance, your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest. I love this. Virgo and Scorpio, you guys, over the period of this new moon, you'll be deepening your bonds. You'll be getting to know each other more. You're both riding off into the sunset. Please be playful and be fun with each other, because it is so safe for you to love. So open up your heart, okay? With this Scorpio, the pair of you would really benefit. Just open up your heart, have a lot of fun. And if I know, my relationship with Scorpios have been the most fun of all of the signs. So Virgo and Scorpio, I'm happy that you guys are reuniting and riding off into sunset together. Winning is always a big thing. All right, Aquarius. Virgo, there may have been some form of cheating, lying, manipulation in this relationship. And Virgo, this new moon might actually highlight for you where it is that you kind of need to let yourself get away with not being at the center. Yeah, you got to move away from this situation right now, Virgo. You got to take a break. You've got to kind of move away. You've got to distance yourself with this new moon. That's the strongest advice that I have for this new moon for Virgo and Sagittarius. Take a break. Everyone retreat to their own corner. Give yourselves a minute to breathe and really look at what is going on in the situation and the truth of it and what needs to be revealed and what comes out and how you then handle it, Virgo. Virgo and Capricorn. Queen of Cups. And moving on. Virgo, I feel like you've come to an emotional understanding about this Capricorn, and I feel like there is something that's not entirely emotionally satiating here, and I feel like there is this level of unrequited love, and I feel like you've decided to move on. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going, Virgo. And I think it would really serve you, Virgo, especially if you're a female. Don't chase a man. What kind of a grown adult, like, I'm a 5'3.5" woman. I know I look bigger, but I've always thought to myself, and I've always lived by this, if a man needs you to chase him, right, what kind of survival instincts does this man have if he needs a 5'3" woman to chase him? Like, sir, where are you going? If there is a man in your life, and I say this because there's a Queen of Cups and the Eight of Cups, that needs you to chase him. If there is a man in your life, a Capricornian man in particular, who is playing like you ain't the most beautiful thing out there, who is playing like he's better than you, who is playing like God knows what he is, do not chase this man. What does that say about him? If a grown-up man needs a woman to chase him, first and foremost, he's probably down low. He probably doesn't even really like women. Let's be honest. What kind of man who genuinely likes women needs a woman to chase him? That's princess behavior all over it. That's like grow up and grow a pair behavior. If there is a Capricornian in your life, right, and if you're really paying attention to understand that realistically speaking there isn't enough attraction or chemistry to keep the relationship going, yet he's playing on you, he's playing with you, and he's getting you to chase him, please walk away from this man. Please let him play his chasing games with other women that are so in their mask they're gonna go about chasing a grown man. What are the survival instincts of a man like that? Why would you even need a man who is out here operating from that kind of place? The women that have been mentally manipulated, right, by these DL men is ridiculous, okay? If you don't like women, and you know you don't like women, why are you out here breaking women's hearts? Do you know the level of karma that comes with that? So a lot of these people end up on like suicide lists and all kind of crazy effed up karma happening to them. Why are you playing with the divine feminine's feelings like that? I'm super curious. Somebody let me know here. If Virgo, a Virgo woman, and if you are that Virgo woman that I am speaking to right now that's getting played by a Capricornian man, what are you doing with your life? If this man needs you to chase him, if this man needs you to be second to him, he's not in masculine energy. He has zero survival skills. He can't do shit for you out in the real world. And you're going to go about chasing him. How are you honoring your sovereignty as a woman by going about chasing a man that needs to get his gratification by acting like a princess? That's not a real man, and that isn't going to serve you. So don't shorten the length of your life and make yourself unhealthy by putting yourself in a situation where you have to go out there and chase a man. A woman in her feminine, in her masculine energy really lives less amount of time. This is facts. Go and chase your life, the longevity of your life. Don't chase a grown-ass man who does not know how to pursue women. There's nothing attractive about that. Absolutely nothing attractive about a grown-up man that needs to feel pursued, to feel relevant or attractive. That's disgusting in every single phase of it. It's so gross. You never, thank you, you never chase, you replace, right? And if it's a Capricornian, who we already know, Capricornian men, devil card energy, heavy on the ego, they will play you like that. And if you are allowing them to be the prize, then you will get played like that. But you have to ask yourself, you're the sign of value, worth, and the harvest. What on earth does devil energy have over you that you're going to go out of your way to chase this devil energy? He probably don't even like women, sis. I'm just putting that out there. And if he's asked you to peg him, like, Lord have mercy. Unattractive. Completely unattractive. Aquarius and Virgo. Virgo, what do you need to know about this Aquarius? Virgo and Aquarius. And you know what? If he don't like you, if he's not chasing you, leave him alone. Leave that man alone. A lot of you need to have so much more respect for yourself. If he's not chasing, leave him exactly where he is. Don't even look for him. Don't even message him. Don't even talk to him. Let him be where he is. Virgo and Aquarius. Here we go. It's the same storyline as last time. This Aquarius is deliberately bringing problems into your life. Okay? Now, Virgo, there is so many lessons here for you to learn, Virgo. When someone is playing in your energy, when somebody is siphoning from you, when somebody is harvesting from you, when somebody is playing in your face like that, you know what they're doing? They're robbing you energetically. You call them energy vampires. Can you identify an energy vampire when literally the only thing they want to do with you is fight? Literally the only thing they want to do with you is fight. They're not interested in making sweet love to you. They're not interested in feeding you flowers. They're not interested in feeding you grapes and chocolates. The only thing this person wants to do is fight. Why are you in a situation like this? Is your energy not valuable enough? Is your energy not precious enough? Have you got energy to waste? What the fuck are you doing out here with some lowlife that only wants to fight with you? Is that the best way to use your energy? I have zero understanding as to what any woman would be doing with the man who wants to fight with her, or vice versa. Why are you with this energy? What are you doing? Wedding. If the two of you are married and it's now got to this stage where you can't even tolerate each other without there being swords up in the air and everyone being all that deuces energy, stop. This new moon isn't about that. It's about closing out certain cyclical phases and cycles where you know that the suffering has to stop. Now, Virgo, those of you that are willing to take this message seriously really will benefit from it. The suffering has to stop. And that's it. There's no other two ways about it. Virgo and Pisces. Do not let me down, Pisces. What have you got? Virgo and Pisces couples. What do you need to know, Virgo and Pisces? How did I know Pisces was not going to let me down? Virgo and Pisces, the two of you are entering a very expansive period in your relationship. This is going from strength to strength, okay? Virgo and Pisces, the two of you are expanding on the love. The container is growing. The support is growing. This love feels like a dream come true. The two of you really are being invited to go with the flow. Chase dreams. Think bigger. Really open up. Open up, Virgo. Open up with this Pisces, because this Pisces wants to make your dreams come true. Whoever this Pisces is, whatever, you know, whatever they're doing, they're so there to make your dreams come true. Codependency. I don't take this in a bad way for Virgo and Pisces, because we just get each other on another level. There's nothing codependent about it. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, Virgo, if you both are addicted to substances, there's a problem there. But if you're kind of really dependent on each other in the way that Virgo and Pisces are kind of dependent on each other, I totally get it. As long as it's not toxic, everything's good. The pair of you are expanding, the bond is deepening, and I feel like take a look at those addictions, maybe see where it is that you can dial it down a little bit. But other than that, I feel like the two of you are expanding and growing together. That's everything I have for now. Virgo, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Email me, rubyreadstarot@hotmail.com. 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 Email me, book a reading. I shall catch you guys again next Tuesday for the general. Wednesday we'll meet again, Virgo. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of love to you. I love you so much. Thank you all for